What is going on, guys? This is Versus All Gaming with my review of Naruto chapter 672. And this chapter, it was so freaking amazing. Guy, you are such a legend. I have nothing but respect for this character because he went in and he almost defeated Madara because you can see the damage that he inflicted on Madara. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still wondering how he survived. Now, don't get me wrong, I do know that he is the host of the Jubi and he does have the power of the Sage of the Sixth Path. But come on now, you saw the condition that his body is in. So even I don't know how Madara right here is still alive right now. But we see Guy, and we see that, inside his body, we see like this flame around his heart. And it's slowly getting weaker and weaker. And Madara can tell that this right here will be his final attack. So you gotta wonder, what is Guy going to do? Because we all know that the Night Elephant, that right there was not enough to take out Madara. So you gotta wonder what kind of attack now will we come up with. But we see that the Sasuke and Naruto, they are now awakened and they're now standing up. And we see now that, on Sasuke's hand, he has the moon. And on Naruto's hand, he has the sun. And for some reason, I never pieced together that the Uzumaki symbol was like a sun. I don't know why that right there, never clicked for me because I can definitely see the moon, in the Uchiha crest, but for some reason, the Uzumaki symbol, I never saw the sun for some reason. But now I gotta say that them having that mark right there, it is definitely pretty freaking awesome. But we see Guy now, he is making, this like massive amount of chakra, covering his body. And the pressure from it is so strong right now that it's almost blowing back Kakashi, Lee, Gaara. But we see now in the quick little flashback, we have, Kakashi and Guy when they were younger, with their parents. And so the flashback here, it was definitely pretty interesting. And for some reason, I definitely enjoyed it a lot because we have a Kakashi father here. He's now asking, Guy to become friends with his son. But we have Might Die. We have saying that, that right there, will be impossible because Guy actually failed the entrance exam. And so now, we have a Kakashi father here. He was like apologizing for that because they were standing, right in front of the academy. So of course, he just thought that, that Guy here, got accepted. But we have Might Die, he kind of like laughing it off. But we have Kakashi, who's kind of being a little prick. Because we see now that, he was like being rude. But he also said that his father was like being rude. But, right now they kind of had to leave. But we have Guy now, who actually, was like becoming like his father. Because he said that your name is Kakashi Hagate, right? Or wasn't it? And we see now that he said, "Thanks for like cheering me on." And so of course, Kakashi doesn't really get what he's saying, but we have a father, smiling at him, and we see now that like Guy hands and his feet as well, they're like all scratched up. So clearly he's been training. And his father was saying that, just because that the academy accepted him, it does not mean that he just like off and be careless. Because Guy here will like one day, surpass him and become stronger, and he'll also, make a great rival. And right now, Guy here is definitely living up to the words that his father was like saying. And so now we see that this chakra that was like coming off a Guy. We also see him, like kind of transform because his skin is now like red, I'm guessing, and we just see like all these lines. I'm guessing that they're like veins. They are now so visible on his body. But we see now that his chakra is like taking the form of a dragon. And so now that he's all powered up, we see now that Madara here, he's actually going to take this hit right on. And he was saying that, as far as all the, tied just to like people that Madara has fought, there had like never been nobody that had been, like that had exceeded Guy level. So right now, Guy is definitely the most powerful taijutsu user in Naruto history. Nobody has surpassed him, and I really don't think nobody will. Because Guy here is just on a whole nother level. And we see now that he's like charging at Madara. He's actually like distorting the space around him. And that right there, was freaking awesome. But then we see that, Guy here, he actually uses the attack which you call a Night Guy, and he kicks the hell out of Madara. That kick was so freaking epic. But we see now that when he did kick him, not only did he crush, Madara ribcage, but I'm pretty sure that he definitely crushed a lung as well with that kick, to start it off. But we see now that every bone in his leg, it was also breaking as well, and the power from that kick, like the force of it, it sent Lee and Gara flying, and that right there, kind of made me like laugh a little bit. But we see now that that guy kick, it was able to send Madara all the way to where that tree is, and this right here was like his final attack. So you would think that that it possibly could take out Madara, but somehow he survived that. We see that his arm and like most of the right side of his torso is like gone right now. But we see that he's still alive, and his body is like already healing, and even his face also took a lot of damage as well. And even Madara himself, he thought that that right there would have killed him, and sadly we see Guy's body is like breaking apart, and we see the flame now that was in his heart, it is going out, and I'm guessing Madara can see that, so he said for him and entertaining him for so long, Madara here will actually give him the honors of killing himself. But when he actually sends that black orb to take out Guy, Naruto arrives, and he actually able to kick that. I believe it's called the Gudo Dama, which is called the Truth-Seeking Ball. Naruto is now able to kick that, and we see now that with Naruto's new power, I'm pretty sure people saw it coming. And to be honest, I'm not really sure how I feel about that, because I feel that that Guy's death, it would have been so impactful, because look at the damage that he inflicted on Madara. Now, of course, there's no way that Guy was going to take him out, but at the same time, you think that he can actually hurt Madara that much, he definitely get a hero death. But now we see that flame in his heart that was about to go out. We now see that it's now much bigger now, thanks to Naruto getting his new powers on him. And so we see now that Madara here definitely knows like something different about Naruto, and we see now that the Naruto is definitely in his sage mode, but clearly it's not simple as that. So Naruto's new powers are definitely amazing, because he did save Guy's life. So this chapter, oh my god, I give it like a 9.10, because I feel that if a Guy did die, it would have been better, because I really wonder how can his body recover from this, because we saw that is his foot, it was already breaking off, so now he's definitely going to be handicapped for life unless he get like some kind of fake foot or something. So I give it about a 9 out of 10, just because Guy didn't die when I feel like he should. But now with like Naruto arriving in stage mode, it's only a matter of time before Sasuke arrives, and he'll have that Rinnegan. Like that should also be obvious thanks to Kabuto giving him some of Hashirama cells. So when Sasuke comes in, it's going to be something huge. But I do wonder, will Naruto be able to take out Madara by himself before he can recover? Because it's obvious that his body is already healing, but if Naruto acts quickly, he can damage Madara even more before he's back to 100%. But as always, please let me know what you thought about the chapter, because like I said, to me it was so freaking good. Guy is definitely a legend now, and he is definitely the greatest taijutsu user in the Naruto universe. But as always, please do not forget to like the video and subscribe, and you guys take it easy. Now we'll see you all next time.